Hello students. So today we are going to start standard 6th chapter number 13 sound. There are the different examples of the sounds are given in the picture. Everybody we can hear the sound right with the help of our body organ called ear. Now what is actually a sound is that we are going to study in this chapter. Before starting the chapter, that is what is sound, there are basically two types of a sound. Okay, pleasant sound and unpleasant. Pleasant sound means that some sounds are very loud and heard easily, while some others are very soft and cannot be heard unless we listen attentively. We like some sound, on the other hand, we get annoyed by the sound. So, whatever the sound we like to hear, for example, fluid hai, then some singers' voices are there, so we like to hear them. So, whatever the sounds you like, that sound is called as the pleasant, and whatever the sound you did not like, it is called as the unpleasant sound. Okay, some sounds we can easily hear because they are loud, some are very soft but we have to listen them very attentively. How are the sounds produced? Actually the basic question is that how are the sounds produced. Now there are number of ways in which sound can be produced. For example, if you take the example of the speaker, sound is produced by the speaker with the help of a vibration. If you touch the speaker, you will feel that the vibrations are occurring and that vibrations are producing sound. In tabla also the same, speaker vibrations are there. The object that produces a sound, that is diaphragm of the speaker, the rubber band and the diaphragm of a tabla shows a certain movement. That is why they have a certain kind of a motion. They oscillate rapidly, in other words they vibrate. So everybody is familiar with the diaphragm of a tabla. Whenever you try to play a tabla, you have to do what? With the help of your hands you have to tap on that diaphragm of a tabla, and after tapping on that, you will feel some kind of a motion and oscillations are occurring. That motions and oscillations are producing the vibration, and the vibrations generate a sound. So sound is nothing but a vibration which generated after motion. Whatever the vibrations are there after the motion, it produces a sound. The vibration of an object is necessary for the production of a sound. Without the sound, without vibration, sound cannot be produced. As long as object vibrate, the sound is heard. Jab tak vibrations are there, that time you can hear a sound. If the vibrations are stopped, you cannot hear a sound. So for hearing a sound, vibration is very very important. The object due to which sound is produced, whatever the object is there which produces a sound, that object is called as the source of sound. For example, in case of a speaker is source of sound. In case of a TV, the TV speaker is the source of sound. In case of a mobile, microphone is the source of sound. The object which produces a sound, जहाँ से भी sound generate होता है, that is called as the source of sound. The sound of a sitar, a bell water that drop from a tap, a saucer that break on falling down. What is that vibrate when these sounds are produced? Now here are some informations are given regarding the human sound. Okay, human sound कैसे produce होता है? So the science of the sound resonance, including the production, propagation and the effect of a sound, is called as the acoustics. So whatever the effect of sounds are there and the study of a sound and propagation and it affects, it's called as the acoustics. The intensity of the sound is measured in the unit called decibel. Sound ka intensity, we always remember the unit. The intensity of the sound is measured in decibel. The vibration of the vocal cord in our larynx or voice box also produces the sound. The voice box is located in our throat. The quality of the sound produced in the larynx depend upon the tautness of the vocal cord. Now whatever the sounds we are producing, it is because of the vocal cord. In our vocal cord, after applying some our body energy, the vibrations are created in the larynx, and that generated vibrations that created vibrations generate a sound, and we can hear the sound. So that is why the sound is produced in our body. Voice box are there inside our vocal cord. Now this is the very best example how sound is produced. For example, if you take a water, and if you take water in any kind of a utensil and try to apply some kind of energy from the outside, if you apply any energy from the outside, the sound is generated, right? You can see that vibration in the water ke andar that vibrations are easily visible to us. So that vibrations are nothing but the proof of generation of sound. No. How sound is heard? There is a air in a source of sound. As the source of sound is begin to vibrate, the layer of air nearest to the source also vibrate. A wave of vibration of that sound spreaded in all the direction from the source of sound. Such a wave is called as the sound wave. The sound wave reaches our ear. There is a delicate diaphragm or eardrum in the cavity of our ear. It start vibrating too. The sensation produced by these vibrations are passed on to the brain through the nerves in the ears, and we hear the sound. Now, very simple. For the hearing of a sound, each and every time a medium is always required. Now the question, what are the medium in which sound can travel? So there are basically three mediums in which sound can be traveled: solid medium, liquid medium, and the gas medium. The example of the solid medium. So what are the mediums in which sound can be traveled? So there are three mediums: solid, liquid, and the gas. The best example of the solid medium is nothing but the stethoscope, which is used by the doctor. Doctor hear our heartbeat with the help of a stethoscope. So stethoscope is nothing but the solid particle, and it is the example of a solid medium. In liquid, in the water, inside the water, you can also hear a sound. And gas medium, everybody is familiar that a gas medium, each and every time we are using mostly the gas medium in our surrounding atmosphere, that is nothing but the gas. So solid, liquid, and the gas, these are the three medium in which sound can be traveled. Now the most effective medium in which sound traveled with the high amount of quality, that is solid medium. In the solid medium, sound can be heard so clearly and so appropriately. That's why the doctor used stethoscope, a solid medium, for hearing our heartbeat. Understood? Next is propagation of a sound. How sound is propagated? Now, propagation, what is the actually meaning of propagation? Is very simple. Sound always travel in the form of a wave through the air, water, through a solid, and the reaches our ear. Whatever the medium it is, solid, liquid, or air, each and every time sound always travel in the form of a wave. Sound is propagated more clearly through a liquid than air. It is heard almost clearly through a solid. देखो, what is the actual meaning of propagation? Sound is said to be propagated when the sound wave spreaded in all the direction from source of sound. Now come to this example. When you vibrated this utensil with the help of a spoon, that time a sound is generated, and you can see that black marking is nothing but the kind of a vibration which occur in that utensil. So that vibrations are going in all the direction, right? Sound always goes in the direction. If I'm talking to someone, that doesn't mean that only that person will listen to me. Whatever the person and whoever is surrounding to that in our surrounding, each and everybody will listen my sound. That is the example of propagation. Sound propagate in each and every direction. The medium of propagation, the medium of propagation, the substances around the source of sound through which sound waves spreaded in all the medium, that is called as the propagation of a sound. So whatever the substance is there, whatever the medium you are using, that will be the medium of propagation. Transmission of sound occurs in the different medium, as there is a solid, liquid, and the gas. Three mediums are there. So in the three medium, the speed of transformation of a sound is different. Most frequently, sound transfer is happening very faster in the solid than liquid, and the third one is gas. Now come to the next point, that is noise pollution. Everybody is familiar with the noise pollution, right? Noise pollution means whatever the pollutions are there due to the sound. Now what is actually a sound pollution? Due to the sound pollution, so many problems can be occur. The very first problem is the hearing problem, right? You can have a hearing problem, headache, migraine issues also can be occur due to the noise pollution. A loud sound is a harsh to the ear. Such a sounds are produce a noise. The situation shown in the picture, as you can see the picture, there are different sound. For example, car sound, two women are talking, dog is barking, children are crying, that dadi is watching a TV, papa is talking on the mobile phone, children are playing. So in this situation, there are so many different types of sound which are producing, and that sound is sometimes it is very harsh. for a person to listen. So that is nothing but the example of the sound pollution. The hearing may get impaired, right? We can have a hearing issues. It can also have a restless, irritability, mental exhaustion, headache, migraine. This kind of a problem also can be occurred with the help of a noise pollution. So what are the things you should take to prevent a noise pollution? So as far as possible, we should avoid blowing the horn unnecessarily. Don't horn in your bike. The volume of TV and the radio should be very low. Vehicles should be maintained properly. Sometimes the vehicles also create the unnecessary sound, so it should be maintained properly. Factories, airport, railway station and the bus stands should be located proper distance away from the residential area. Now if the factories, bus stand is these kind of a places should be far away from the normal local people. Understood? Here we have completed our chapter number 13, that is sound.